Hello, good evening, and welcome. I can say good evening this evening because we are recording live. If I just press this button here, you should get to see me eventually. And I only have one co-host this evening. There he is. Let's unmute him. I can't unmute you. I've broken it already. Yes, that's very good, Mark. You can tell this is our first effort live, can't you? Mark, I can't unmute you, mate. Can you see if you can unmute yourself? Oh, no, you did then.
Hello?
Unmute yourself
Hello?
again.
Hello?
That's better.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Colin?
Hello?
Colin?
I
Colin?
can hear
Did
you.
you mute me so I didn't interrupt you?
Yeah, something like that, mate.
Bloody rude.
It is bloody rude, isn't it? Now there is a way to get this to switch over when we're when the person's talking, so that you can see who is talking. But I think I've broken it, and I don't know how to set it back. So you either get to look at this ugly mug all night, or you get to look at that ugly mug all night. So for those of you that don't know who we are, and I really have no idea if we're actually properly broadcasting or not, I am going to load YouTube up on my iPad while we're doing this, just so that I can check and see, make sure the volume's turned down. As you can see from my tagline logo, my name is Cornell Finch. I'm also known as Colin, and I am quite a bit of a geocaching nutter, as people may tell you, although not this last week. Oh, I can see Mark. That's cool.
Hopefully you should be able to see me. I'm here. Oh.
Am I watching? Yes, I'm watching.
Here.
You're down. Hang on, because you can't see me pointing because you're down there.
Yeah, I just saw you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I can see you. You're the main vision. The
I'm
light.
here.
That is.
Now, normally we have, obviously, Mr. Mark, would you like to introduce yourself, please, sir?
Yes, I'm Banana Sauce from Chasing Smilies and also the O Beep Geocaching podcast. Colin's my brother from another mother. Or as I put it the other weekend, bro from another mo.
Yeah.
Yep.
That doesn't work quite so well, does it?
Well, I'm down with the kids. As it were.
You're down with the kids.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, you're about 50, so you shouldn't be.
Oi, oi, easy boy.
What was that bling?
I don't know. What did you hit?
Oh.
You'll have to excuse us, please, folks, because we've actually never done this before, so we've got absolutely no idea what the hell's going on. I was kind of hoping to have a link to the YouTube Hangout or YouTube video so that we could share it on the website, but apparently I don't know how to do that because I'm a bit crap.
Colin.
So we'll just yes, Mark.
Click on the same box that has the blue outline to make it switch.
Click on the same box.
We've got a watcher, a viewer.
Oh, have we?
Yes.
So we have. Hello, viewer.
Yes.
Is that you or is that me on a different account?
No, that's Mr. Wattenberg.
I don't know. Is it? Daryl, hello. How do you know that? How have you managed to find that out?
Because he sent me a message. He said,
Recording, Colin, show me your camera. Hello, Daryl. We could really do with getting a chat room up and running. Now, yes.
No, sorry, I was just jibber-jabbering. Yeah, there's a Q&A thing, isn't there? Oh, hey, the Q&A feature's disabled. It's a bit like us two. Mentally.
Oh dear, no, that's not good, is it? Let's disable that or de-enable that. Actually, guys, and Daryl, if you are watching, if you go to chasingsmilies.com/live, there is a chat room in there, so I will go in there as well. And I suspect if Mark can work his technology, which he's not very good at, he will do the same thing. There we go.
Am I going
Did I
chasing
put it in? Yes, I
Smileys?
did. There we go. ChasingSmileys.com/live. We've already had some comments. Apparently, the Monkey King, an area you can chat. Well, that
Oh
was a
God,
couple.
the Monkey King.
Yeah, and Static J got in. Nice one. Show sounds good, lads. So that's the first bit of official feedback we've had.
I mean, we've not said
Uh,
anything yet.
not tonight. We haven't. That was a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, right, on the live. I'm in live. Oh, there you go. Ooh.
And you
Oh,
should
set
see a
them.
Chatango box. See, let's set a temporary name. Colin. That'll do for the moment. You can tell we're real professional at this, can't you?
Oh,
Oh, there we go. So yes, chasingsmileys.com/live. And what I'll do is I'll put the recorded show up in that um, after we've finished recording. Now, was it show one, Mark?
yes,
Was it show one? We were talking about open caching. And
yes,
I believe you've had some experience with open caching in the last couple of weeks.
yes, I have indeed. And I'll put it this way to you: it wasn't good.
Well, you can say what you want to because when you start the Google Hangout, it does say only 18 plus is allowed to watch.
Well, look, I don't want to be disparaging of it because it could be good. There's a few things I like about it, but when I spent nearly an hour earlier on today just trying to look at a cache and getting nowhere with
Yeah.
it.
Before we went live this evening, Mark and I were having a chat about this, and we were trying to work the open caching website, and it really did not go well. I've had to use the up and down arrows to navigate around it, having logged in, which was a bit of a feat in itself. And then there's only two caches that are actually displayed, but they only actually come up and display themselves. Excuse me. Oh, that was really rude. Once you've clicked the unticked the hide ignore caches, because if I tick that box, they disappear.
Yeah, that was the first problem I had, and
So
then sorry, Colin. And the second
that's all
problem I
right.
had, even though I'd done that, they still wouldn't appear now and again. They were a bit. It was a bit hit and miss for me earlier on.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm looking at I should be looking at the YouTube video, obviously, or the Hangout feed because of your gorgeous face. But I'm on the open caching website. I'm looking at Portsmouth. I can see two caches. One's called Walking on Thin Air. The other one's called Victor Vault. But I can't actually click on either of them to be able to look at them and see any details about them. So I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. There's
Yeah.
another one there. No, can't click on that one either.
Yeah, I had I went through the search option rather than the map,
Yeah,
and I went all the way down, and you get that really lovely. You can get as much as you want information on there for what you want to look for, and then there's no search button. So then you go down, search by cache name. I don't know any cache names. Search by distance.
yeah.
I don't know my current coordinates. Ah, here we go. Search by city. Um, okay. So I've done up above region, Leicester, Derby, that sort of region. Then search by city. Press search. Nothing. So then when I went back up to region, I made that. Well, I discovered this tonight, not earlier on. Went back to region, set it at all regions, and then did the city. Ah, there's the list of caches. And then, do you know what I found when I read the description?
The last one was found in. Oh, look, it changed. Thanks for that, Daryl. The last one was found in something ridiculous like 2012.
2011, and it's also cross-listed on gc.com. So,
I'm just
so
going to move my camera across a little bit. That's better.
I spent an age today, well, not at work, I hasten to add, but this morning, trying to search for this cache so I could do it on the way home, and then found one that really I can do on gc.com, so what's the point?
Yeah. I'm just going to see if I can just switch back across to it again. Because, right, where did you go? Oh, Seeker Cache. Let's see what that comes up with. All countries, all regions, cache name. Right, let's have a UK only region. I'm going to sneeze. I do apologise, guys. Right, where's Southern England then? Oh, Hampshire and Isle of Wight. That'll do. And is there a go button? There's no go button. What
No.
button do you press?
So you have to go down into the bottom bit and find which one you want to look at. So do you
But
want city? In fact, I did earlier on a search by cache name because I could see them on the map and it didn't come up. I see them on the map.
this
I
is
know the cache
not
name.
this is not easy.
No, exactly.
This is not user friendly.
And do you know what
Which
we
I
was? Sorry.
That's all right. I was just going to say I think this is one of the reasons why from the first conversation, geocaching.com's got the monopoly. It just works.
Mm, mm. Over years of development, but it works. I know people complain about it still, but it also goes back to what we're saying about. And I've totally gone blank. Oh, this is fun. I love live.
I've never done live before, so Daryl, I know you're our only watcher at the moment. I do apologise for being crap at this.
I went totally blank there. I do apologise, but it's not intuitive, and I don't know. There's not a lot of choices, and I know. Sorry, I know what it was. That when they set the competition, it being overcomplicated, and
Yeah.
few people went in for it. Well, the website alone is not overcomplicated, but it just isn't intuitive.
Yeah. Right, apparently there's a screen share button, so says Daryl. There's a screen share button on the left side. It's a box with the curved arrow. So I'm going to press this button and see what happens.
Ooh. Yes, I can see it.
Select a window. Let's have desktop. That'll do. Start screen share. Right, didn't like that very much. Right, can you now see my open caching screen?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so you can see me scrolling up and down the screen.
Yep. Well,
So
yeah.
what I've done here is I've set the region as UK only. It says Hampshire and Isle of Wight. Hopefully Daryl can see it too.
Daryl's
No
too
sweat.
busy.
Happy to help beta test.
He's too
Perhaps
busy.
Mark needs a. Have you got a beer, Mark?
Uh, I've got yes.
So search by city. Let's type in there. Let's type Portsmouth. Okay, you can tell this is live. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So
Portsmouth.
that's yeah.
Or
You get
Portsmouth.
that. That's sexy. Not sure why it comes up twice, but it's sexy.
Walking on thin air. There you go. One.
Yeah.
A visit to the Spinnaker Tower in Portsmouth. No logs.
Mhm.
Let's click on it. When was it hidden? 3rd of October 2009. Last modified 4th of October 2009. No finds, no DNFs, no comments, no cache notes, no history of visits, 2 watchers, 476 visitors. So people have looked,
Yeah. Yeah.
but they haven't actually visited. Let's just turn this screen sharing off again.
I look like
I
Doctor Who.
wonder if it was quite good, wasn't it?
Ooh. Yep.
Okay, so we did actually. Did you say you've got a beer, Mark?
Yeah.
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 Screen share is handy, but doesn't make for good audio. No, I quite agree with you, Daryl. Did you manage to see, Daryl, what we were looking at there? That's what I want to know. Obviously, this is a little bit experimental, shall we say? I just don't. I really, really want to be able to use caching.org.uk. I really want to be able to use Terra caching, but I'm
Mhm.
just going to pull my t-shirt down. That's better. Sorry, dog's trying to move. Thank you. But if that's people's first experiences of open caching, that's just not good, guys.
No, I mean, I'd spent some time at the weekend on it, and at the weekend, the closest I got was a cache that was 20 miles away. And I spent some
Yeah,
time this morning on it, and found those caches, but it's not intuitive. There's some good features, but it's just not polished enough.
yeah. Um, yeah, okay. What I want to do for now is leave that one because obviously Daryl that's watching will have gathered already, but for those that are listening to the show, you'll notice that already we have a voice missing, and this is purely. Um, I'm getting loads of random messages. Apparently, I've invited Chasing Smilies to a hangout. I don't know. Um, well, what was I saying?
About a missing voice, but how would you know?
Well, this is it because the only thing he puts in is what did he say? He provides the blanks.
Yes,
Unfortunately, Paul isn't with us this evening. He's had to work and he's working until midnight today.
that's an
And
excuse.
do you think so? Do you think he's off having a bit
Yeah.
of?
He's hit the podcast money now, and he's living it up. I tell you. Yeah. You know, he's hitting large. You know, he's drinking cider behind the bus shelter with the kids. You know, he's hit the big money now. Never mind
What's
this
he,
video
he's
stuff.
drinking the white lightning, isn't he?
Yeah, smoking the red bands. You know, bit of reefer.
Easy boy.
Eh? Eh?
So yes, Paul is missing from our midst tonight. Um, we were going to talk about favorite points and what you do with those, but we're going to leave those to the next show. And Mark and I were going to talk about a couple of mini subjects, and because I've got Mark in the middle of my screen there, and I've got Daryl down on my iPad down here, I can't actually see what the can you, Mark?
So
Can you
I'm at
remember
your
what the subjects were we were
I'm
talking
I'm at face level, and Daryl's at your groin. Wow.
about? Daryl's much prettier than you.
He's got the Jew throw. I only just found out what that was last night. This morning, sorry.
Ooh! We might get a second viewer. We might get a second viewer come in. Dave the
No.
Bear might join us.
Hey?
Anywho, oh, there's the wife ham as well. What?
No, I was just doing a Canadian accent.
Hey,
Hey? Sounds like Scousers. Hey.
hey,
Hey.
calm down.
Right, okay, so you've got uh, moaning about geocaches and geocaching. If you take that away, what else will I talk about? Hey? Oh, that's my comment.
Brilliant, Mark. Well done. Let me get back into the chasing smileys in there.
Planning.
It did plan, but then you said, "Let's take this live." Oh, bugger! No, yes,
You
that's a
called me
great
out.
idea.
You called me out on it at the weekend. This is the result. So don't give me that. Ooh.
Oh, talking about the weekend, have you recovered from that yet?
What do you mean have I recovered?
Well, it was quite a mental hour and a half that we spent on the Geo Snippets Reboot podcast hangout on Saturday afternoon.
Uh-huh.
And it really was. I mean, it was great fun, but did we actually talk about any geocaching?
I tried.
And who kept dragging it off topic?
You.
I thought it was Eric, myself.
Eric. Yeah, it must have been. Or
Yeah,
Chad.
no, I think it was Eric. Salty CA and Chad, yeah. Yeah, we'll
One of the
blame.
one of the hamshanks. I can't say. I really can't say anything, Colin. You record with LJ. I record with Sam. How can we ever
Can you...
complain about um, distractions and going off topic and random ramblings?
Can you imagine what would happen if LJ and Sam got together and did a podcast?
Yeah, I know exactly what had happened. They'd sit there looking at each other, going,
What do
"Uh,
we say now?
I don't know." Uh,
Um,
surfboards. Doctor Who.
Dave says he's watching, so welcome, Dave. Good evening. Thank you for joining us live. If you go to chasingsmileys.com/live, we do have a chat room there. And I think Daryl's feeling quite lonely in there at the moment. So if you...
Lonely. I'm so lonely. Anyway,
Right,
have we got a topic?
we have.
Right, what's
I
this
want to talk
geocarping?
geocarping. Is It started as a Facebook group just called geocarping, where people witch and bine about geocaching, geocaches, this sort of thing. And I don't know whether it's a good thing or not. It's closed groups on Facebook where you're moaning about geocaching. If you um, are a newish person into geocaching, you see this group about geocarping that people are commenting on. You go and join, and you suddenly start listening to all the things that they're saying. Would you carry on? Let me see if I can get onto the group. I don't know, Mark. I mean, how do you feel about people that moan about geocaching and geocaches? I know we do it all the time, but
I think they should get a
um,
podcast, get a set of balls, and actually tell, go out to the world and tell them what the moans are instead of having a private Facebook group, Grow a set. We don't moan about geocaching, we just, you know, bitch about it.
um, there was there was one in there the other day, and if I can get into the group without losing it too much, there it is. Um, is there a correct acronym that means basically great location shit cache?
Yes, but I can't say it because I might offend a geocacher.
Well, there was some replies. Like one was GLSC, great location shit cache.
Well, that's obvious,
Um,
isn't it? I mean, that not much imagination in that one.
well, my first response was just TFTC.
Yeah, that's what I've done in the past if I'm pissed off with a cache.
Yeah, if you can't stand the bloody cache, you know that if you write, I hated this cache, it was crap, it was one for the numbers, don't bother going to find it. They're going to delete it. So
Yeah,
what do you write? And to me, TFTC. I looked at my average word length on, I don't know, one day last week, and it's about 46 words that I normally write. So for me to write TFTC, it's not a good cache.
yeah, yeah. That's
Another good one is, sorry, go on.
that's pretty much me. If I've not enjoyed it, you can tell by the log.
Yeah,
I usually try and get at least a couple of sentences.
absolutely. I mean, these people have put in the effort to go and hide the cache. So, the least that you can do is make the effort and go and write a decent log after you've found it.
Yeah,
One of the other ones, oh, I said, yay, I found it, and somebody liked that as well. Because I think that's what the beginner app posts, isn't it, as a
yeah,
standard?
yeah, yeah.
Just, yay, you found it. Somebody else suggested cache retrieved as planned. Take the acronym from that one, it's just crap, which works quite well.
That's quite clever.
Uh, yeah, well, it's Mario. What else have we got? There was another one here that I rather like. What do you consider as a shit cache? A shit cache would be in a pile of excrement, in amongst rubbish, bad container, not ever going to be watertight. Apart from the above three, if the location was a good one, then the cache type wouldn't bother me, says one responder. Yeah, I mean, this goes back to cache size. Is cache size important? Is the cache itself important? As long as it's watertight to hold the logbook, is it relevant at all?
Well, one thing that
You know,
you get the other side of the argument of why put a great cache in a shit location?
mhm.
So you're gonna get people who are satisfied with the location hate the cache, or vice versa. So whatever you do, you can't win.
So the only way you are going to win is to put an ammo box on the beach in the Bahamas.
Yeah, something like that, or sit shovel coal on top of it.
I could think of better options than that, but yes, I understand what you
Yeah,
mean.
well, we could sit Andy head hard out on it, but
Oh, that beard.
phew.
Oh, 3 viewers. Um, not that I'm
Whoa!
excited or anything.
Apparently Americans tip.
What?
Hey, sorry, I was in the chat. Carry on.
TFTC is like tipping a penny, says the bear.
Yeah, exactly. And I asked what's
That's
tipping.
interesting. American thing. Leave 10% of the bill as so it's like a tip. So you put TFTC as like tipping, yeah, basically. I didn't forget to leave your tip. You just didn't deserve one. Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
didn't
that makes
forget to leave.
absolute
I,
sense,
I didn't
Dave.
forget to leave your tip. I just don't tip.
Yeah, it's not the size, but what you do with it that counts. I agree, but if it's a shit cache in a shit location, it's gonna get a shit log. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't care
we
what
we
you say.
there was a cache round here somewhere that was hidden in a bag of crisps.
Oh my god. Did it
And
actually have a container, or was it just the bag?
no, it was literally in an empty packet of crisps, and I can't remember which one it was now, but for the life of me, I couldn't work out why.
That's Excuse me, I'm just going to dig in my bag for a second. I know you can't see this, but I'm looking for something specific. Um, that's just bloody horrible, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I've found cash. Did it actually have a container inside the bag, or was it just the bag?
Well, this is the thing. We didn't actually find it. We found a bag of crisps, but the container I wouldn't know because it had gone missing. So, you know, it was a bit random.
Oh, excuse me. I'm just going to make a lot of noise for a second. I am looking for something very specific that I was given last weekend. Um, it's my man bag. Look, very pretty, isn't it? Oh, I
It's
will
like
cut this out of the edited audio. I promise.
it's like a wizard's
There it
cuff.
is. Got it. Easy. Um, Yeah, no, I've found a few that's like tucked inside a rubbish, a trash bag, a rubbish bag, a bin bag. But
Yeah,
that's at least got a container inside it. But I did find one once that was in a glass bottle, and that pissed me off.
in a glass bottle.
Yes, yeah, there was a cache in a glass bottle.
So, what was the
What the?
extraction tool? Smash it against the
A
wall.
hammer. Yeah.
Yeah. At least if you got muggled, you had a weapon. I mean,
Well, that's true. Yeah. Let's take this
not
out.
that you Southerners know how to fight.
Dog fooding is very important, Dave. Oh my life.
What?
These guys are bonkers.
Who's a non? Ah,
I don't
ooh.
know. We've got random people joined us. We've only got 3 viewers, but there are random people commenting.
That must be LJ.
Unless it's Daryl, of course.
Could be Daryl.
Don't be
He's at
daft.
work.
He doesn't need to know how to use websites.
Yeah. Daryl's at work. He's watching. He's watching on his laptop surreptitiously.
Now, I want to do a very quick show and tell. I want to move away from that geocarping thing because it's just a work is hard. Yes, I'm sure it is. Thank you for joining us, Anon Daryl W4. Have a lovely time at work, and we'll catch up soon.
Who said that?
He Anon 9000. I'm assuming it's Daryl because it says he's lost his name.
Okay.
We'll look at
Okay.
that later.
Anyway,
Yes, the geocarping thing. Is there really a place for moaning about it? Are you going to explode if you don't moan about it? I don't know.
it's
Yeah.
it's geocaching, isn't it? I mean, there's people that like it. There's people who actually no. I'm gonna qualify that. No matter what you do, whether it's geocaching or anything, there's always going to be people that don't like it, or there's people that are going to love it and say you can't insult it at all, and it shouldn't ever be questioned. And you know, it's
You
the
can't
debate
please all the
never.
people all the time.
Yeah, there's people that say you can't question anything and shouldn't criticize anything. Well, or they give you the answer, well, make your own. Do your own. Create your own listing site.
Then you
And
end up like open caching.
Yeah, yeah. If people didn't come out with their opinion, their thoughts, how's anything going to improve?
Mm,
You know? And yeah, people can go
yeah.
out and make their own and probably do better.
The question is, when you moan at geocaching.com and Groundspeak and the Frog site, do they listen or do they carry on and do their own thing?
I think it's a double-edged sword. It's like any company that they've obviously got their company philosophy and their plans and their ideas, and they know what they're going to do in the future and how far down that line they are.
Yeah,
How
and
how long it takes them to implement new ideas that may have come from users is another thing altogether.
yeah.
The technology might not be there yet for them to be able to do that, or they might not have the capability to do some things. I don't know.
The Bear says some people love to complain regardless of how good something is. I agree.
He's right, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I know who the third watcher is. It's my dad.
Your dad.
Yeah, my dad's watching.
Hello, Colin's dad. Hey.
I've just received a message from him. Says, um, "Can you tell it's me watching?" No, Dad, I couldn't, but I can now.
Did he
If
show
you go
you
to
his Did he show you his webcam?
stop it. I went. We were talking. Mark wanted to buy a webcam, so he was saying that the one that he's purchased looks rather large. So what I was going to do is I was going to pick my webcam up and show it to him. Then I thought, no, hang on, I can't do that. Right, show and tell.
Go on
I
then,
went
Con.
down to Plymouth for a GAGB CITO event.
Right.
That's a lot of acronyms there, isn't it? And it was run by the very nice lady you know as Cash on Wheels. And while we were down there, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. She gave me this. Let's see if we can get it like that. Come on, focus. It's
Is
not
that
going to
like a
focus.
is that like a wooden nickel?
Yeah, it's just a wood coin.
Oh,
If you look at the other side, there you go.
yeah. I I know when I've listened to some of the American shows, they talk about they're not so popular now, but I'd love to have a few of those. I think they're brilliant. That
My
is
dad is texting. Yeah, I think they're absolutely fantastic. I don't know how she got hold of them. Oh, excuse me. My dad is texting me, and he says, "Hi, Mark." Right. Let's try and get back to that.
Hi, Colin's dad.
I don't know where my phone is. Oh, my phone's gone mental. There we go. So yes, I think that we ought to introduce something as a bit of a show and tell for every show.
Okay.
Preferably geocaching related. You dirty bugger.
I
The
showed
bear
and
says,
told last time.
yes, thankfully we didn't get that on a live hangout. The Bear says hi, Colin's dad as well. And Chef just delivered me some chicken wings. Dad, if you go to chasingsmileys.com/live, we've got a chat room there. You can come in and join us and say hi to the Bear over in the US as well. So, I mean, do you collect coins?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I want to, but I've just not
It's a
got
matter of being
the.
able.
I've just not started yet. I did get the email about the TARDIS coin though,
Cool.
so I've ordered a couple of those, and one's going to Sam, and I'm going to keep one in my collection. So that might be my first one in the collection.
Excellent. Andy Head Hard Hat posted on Facebook the other day that Coins and Pins got some more of these 7 sofas in,
Yeah,
geocoins in. So I
yeah,
managed to order 2 of those, one for me, one for my brother.
yeah.
They ran that the shipping time was between 7 and 45 days.
Not much variation there then.
No, they did ship on Monday, thankfully, so that's good.
Yeah,
They might be here in time for me to give it to him for Christmas.
yeah.
We'll see.
I was looking at one of those, but then I saw the TARDIS one. I thought Sam will love that for Christmas.
Yeah. No, the TARDIS ones are epic. He did. Did you receive the email that he sent out a couple of days ago as well, saying that they're on order?
Yeah, yeah. Got that.
So no, that's fantastic. Oh, Dave, I've only just had my dinner, and you're saying you've got chicken wings. Oh, I want chicken wings now.
We'll order some.
But I'm live. Hang on, where's my phone?
Just Eat. Get on Just Eat.
Hello, get me chicken wings.
Is that your dad?
Next time we do this, remind me to change my T-shirt first. I catch sight of it every so often, and I
Yeah,
think, oh,
I've got my work one on, but it's not quite as
do I tip my camera back? Do you reckon? There we go.
yeah, it's not quite as sensitive as your T-shirt, is it?
um, we were going to talk about something else. Excuse me, chat room guys. I just need to switch back to the show notes. What was the other one we were going to talk about, Mark?
I'm sorry, I'm just looking.
Oh, sorry.
Why isn't there a perfect cache container?
Oh, define perfect.
Weather resistant. The perfect size. Well, no, actually, no. Weather resistant. And adaptable to whatever situation you're going to put it in.
So you want something that is weather resistant, telescopic, or able to morph.
Well, no, not necessarily that, but scalable. So if you want a micro or a magnetic, small magnetic, the technology or the container type can be scaled down to that sort of size. If you want an ammo can size, it can be scaled up to that size.
Funnily enough, you saying that's exactly what I just thought of, mate. Because
yeah,
the ammo can to me is the perfect container.
But it isn't.
As long as it gets closed properly, of course. Why not?
Because it's not excuse my. It's not weather resistant.
Of course it is.
How is it?
It's got a bloody great seal round the top, so that when you close it,
every ammo can I've opened has always been wet inside.
in that case, you've got some really crappy caches up there that can't close ammo cans. There you go. The bear says nothing is like in life is perfect. Ammo cans are perfect. I really like ammo cans because as long as the idiots that are opening them can close them properly, they are waterproof.
No, I do like to find a good ammo can.
Not being able to close the ammo can is not the ammo can's fault.
No, it isn't. But the fact that you can't. There are people who can't close them suggests it's not the perfect container. The perfect container would have to be idiot-proof as well.
In that case, we're all screwed because there are some people that can't close the little clips down on a clip lock box.
Oh yeah. And there's idiots like me who can't actually put a magnetic cache back without dropping it and losing it. We've all got our stories where we've screwed something up on a cache. You know?
Yeah, the bear's just saying in the chat room, ammo cans are not micros, but I'm going to disagree with that because you can buy an ammo can that's that big.
Yes, you can.
It's just big enough for the logbook, and it is a fully functioning ammo can style container. I've seen them last 100F and minus 40F and all in between.
By its very nature, the ammo can is durable. By its very nature.
It's got to be. It carries ammo as long as, like you say, you know how to close it and you actually press that latch down. And as Dave says, missing the seal perhaps. One of the things that does happen with ammo cans, and it's one of the only things that needs maintained on an ammo can, is the seal that's in the top.
And I think that's half the problem when I found them. The seal has been there's the maintenance lacking. So there's the other thing. The ideal cache container needs to be virtually maintenance free. Why isn't this being developed? In a perfect world, in a perfect world, it probably would have been. But who's going to invest money in developing the perfect Tupperware?
Oh, perhaps we should go talk as a lock and lock. I'm sure that they do. Idiot proof is an oxymoron, says Dave. Just like British intelligence. The thing that anybody is going to come up with when they're trying, or come up against when they're trying to design the perfect idiot proof box is that they take account of the idiot. because there is
Yeah,
always somebody that's going to screw it up.
yeah, exactly, exactly. But maybe I'm. It just came to mind the other day. Why isn't there yet, after all these years, a perfect geocache container? Just came to mind, and I thought, is it because no one's researched it and developed it? Is it because you can't do it?
No one's prepared to spend the money on it.
Yeah, no, it's and that's says a lot about geocaching.
Yeah. People expect something for nothing. That's why people bitch and moan about spending 25 quid for a year's premium membership.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and they'll go out and buy a cheap replacement or a cheap knockoff lock and lock to, oh look, my cache is a lock and lock. No, it's not. It's not Tupperware. It's not lock and lock. It's crap. You know, I'm sorry.
It's
It's time for another show and tell. Just drop the batteries. You've seen these before.
yep.
That ain't my foot. Stop. Batteries are round. They roll on desks, don't they? And they go dunk, 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 dunk. Ah! So, not a good cache container, correct?
Well, no, you drop it and it'll easily open. I can't imagine
Yep.
it's watertight.
Nope. I've found more than 10 of those that have been used as cache containers.
Well, there you go. I found Tic Tac bottles tubs used
Yeah.
as cache containers. I'm not saying any of my cache containers are perfect because they're not.
Do you know, I was just trying to think about what all my cache containers were, and actually I've only got one out at the moment, and that's just a magnetic nano.
I've got a little magnetic nano, which was one I bought as a replacement for somebody else's I lost. And
No, stop there. We need to hear this story. Come on.
I was.
You bought a cache as a replacement for someone that you lost.
It's not as exciting as it sounds.
No, what I want to know is, you bought it as a replacement for one that you lost. How come you have it as a cache container and not the
Because
cache owner that you lost?
the cache owner was very eager. I'd logged from the field that I'd dropped it in the long grass, couldn't find it. It was a little magnetic nano in a fence post or a gate, I can't remember which. And I dropped it in long grass. Text the cache owner saying, "Look, I've lost your container. I'll replace it." Went home that night, ordered a replacement. But before the replacement came, the cache owner had been out and done the maintenance and put a new container out. So I've got this cache
Right.
container. I thought, I'm having it. There you
Have
go.
it.
Yep.
Anon 4399. I think that still Daryl comes up with a very, very good point. Actually, he says it's cheaper to pay $5 or £5 even, seeing as I'm English. Sorry, Daryl. It's cheaper to pay $5 to replace a container every year than pay millions in R&D on per container.
Unless you're the bad cop who's a billionaire and can afford hover cars. Just saying.
Now I got sent a photo the other day.
Do we need to know? Was it one of those that have been leaked? Was it someone famous? It's LJ
No,
News,
it was actually geocaching related. Let me see if I can find it.
LJ with an ammo can covering his bits. Hey, Cole! I've thought of a calendar.
Just stop.
We could do a geocaching podcast, a calendar. With
What,
Tupperware.
you, me, Andy, Daryl, Bad Cop.
with Tupperware strategically placed. Hey, this has got legs, this. Hey, it's Dave. We know it's Dave. Hey? Oh, dear.
What?
In the chat, it's Dave! Yeah, we know.
Dave.
Anyway.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to find this.
I'll have a leaf.
I did receive an email from Uncle Bob, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I got that.
who says that I didn't know Dr. D was married. Does he like the older woman? He links to Dr. D's Mrs. geocaching profile, but that's not the one that I'm looking for.
Yeah,
Um,
I asked Sam about that.
what did he say?
Denies all knowledge. Doesn't know
Knows
the woman.
nothing.
Never seen her before. Did nothing. Said nothing. She was dead when he found her. Well, there you go.
Yes, well, all right. I can't find this picture. Um, but it was one that somebody had sent to me of not one but two caches about that far away from each other. And apparently you've been hunting for it a couple of times and you couldn't find them.
Who? Me?
And he said to me, "Yes, you."
No,
It's somebody that
this was Mark Pickard, was it?
was it. Mark?
Yes, we've covered this on our show on OB last week. Catch up.
I'm sorry.
God's sake. No, what it was, right? I'll tell the story again for you because I'm a great cash owner. Me, brilliant me.
And you're a great talkist, so yeah, you carry on, mate.
Yeah, this was one that I was gonna archive. The Man in White, it was called.
Right.
I was gonna archive because I just couldn't be asked. So Sam said he'd manage it for me and he'd maintain it. So we tootled along. Sam went out to put a replacement cash out. Came back to the car. We tootled off. Mark Pickard last Monday, I think it was, or Tuesday, Monday. No, it was actually last week. Sorry, went out to search for our caches. So he went to this one and he found a leaf, a fake leaf, which is what our cache was. It's a fake leaf with a vial on it. And he sent me a photo, and I thought, yeah, that's the one. Yeah. He says, I've put a new cache out for you. I says, well, there was one already there. Sam had already done it. So he went back to the cache, and he sent a photo to me of the new cache container with the old cache container right next to it. Right? Where the other fake leaf had come from, I have no clue. So there's three fake leaves. Right? So when Sam had done his cache maintenance, what he'd basically done is walked up, not bothered looking to see if the old cache was there. What people have obviously done is found this other fake leaf and thought, oh, the container's gone. So Sam's actually managed to put the new cache container right next to the old one.
Oh, my dad's joined us in the chat room, by the way.
Hey, George.
Yeah, and I've apparently become a non-2716. I'm going to have a look at this chat software and see if I can't find something a little bit better to do it with.
Yeah.
Because it told me to refresh and then I've lost me. But hey, there we go.
Yeah, so that was the cache container you saw the photo of. Sam's cache maintenance, which I've called him out on. I've gave him shit about. And he still blames me for that one.
Yeah. Not really sure to go with that without actually insulting Sam.
Oh,
And
do
obviously,
it.
no, I was going to say, as that's your job, then even if you can't pronounce Southern,
He's insulted everybody else, so why not
and
just add to it?
yeah, he can't pronounce Southern, he can't pronounce, was it G'day?
Yeah, the list goes
Makes
on.
up his own words.
He's
Oh,
got
Jesus.
man love for Canada.
Man love for the whole of Canada.
Yeah, he loves Canada.
Excellent. There's nothing wrong with Canada, is there, Dave? Who says, by the way, I've done a cache in a cave that had two ammo cans, one behind the other.
How can you miss the first one? What sort
Perhaps the second one was a micro and it had just been tucked down the back or something.
what sort of numbnuts does that? Yeah, other than Sam, obviously.
Well, yeah, but have you ever DNF'd your own cache?
No. I only have 3, so.
I have.
Yeah?
I have. I went, yeah, I was passing and I had my GPS with me. I had the coordinates in. I thought, oh, I'll just pop in and make sure it's all right. somebody said it might be a little bit damp, so I went, parked the car, got out, wandered across to it, spent 3/4 of an hour looking.
Ah,
A
couldn't
couple of
find
days
it.
later, somebody found it.
Couldn't find your own cache.
Nope,
That's bad. I've
never
actually
did locate it.
I've actually heard people have done that. Yeah, Sven did the same. He actually videoed it, not being able to find it. That's embarrassing. Yeah, he's gone out to maintain his cache and videoed it and couldn't find it. But if you listen to
That's quite awesome.
Geo Gearheads this last week, they've got a
Yeah.
brilliant tip for using Evernote to take photos of the cache location and take notes of where it is so you can go back and find it later.
That doesn't account for cache drift, though, does it?
No, it doesn't. No, no.
And
I've
if
done
you've
that.
got that many caches out that you can't remember where approximately you placed, like was it in that tree or was it underneath that rock? You
Well,
know, perhaps you should be
that's
shot.
where the photo comes in, isn't it?
Well, that's true. Dave says he was tempted to take one ammo can as swag.
Yeah, I'd have done that.
I wouldn't have blamed him if he had. No, it's fair
But, I,
game, isn't it?
but I'm from Nottingham, so we rob from the
Possession of nine
rich.
tenths of the law and all
Pardon?
that. Give to the poor. Or you
Yeah,
just
damn
keep
right.
it.
No, I keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't coming down to see me then, mate. Mind you, looking behind me, I'm not rich, am I? See
Hey,
my
look.
granddad. Hey, where are they? There. See my granddad chairs. No, let's turn
Oh,
that way. There you go.
wing chairs. Look at them.
Yeah.
Hey,
They were freebies.
me and you sat in them pipes. Yeah.
Microphone, pipe, one either side of the room, having caching conversations.
Yes, we could just sit
Brilliant.
for hours just gibbering to each other about geocaching and send it out live feeds. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, mate. We have actually been broadcasting and recording around about 54 minutes.
Well, it's time for
I
another beer
think.
then.
I think it is time that we end this debacle for the moment.
Yep.
Um, so thank you very much to DeBear and Daryl W4 and my dad
Your dad.
for joining us. My dad, for joining us in this whatever we think it must be. I don't know how I'm going to edit this. I really haven't got any idea.
It's gonna be fun.
Um, yeah.
Just put it out. I would. I'd fuck it. Yeah. This is the level of professionalism people expect from us now.
Yeah, down, yeah, sort of. Andy and Daryl and the bad cop are all up here, and we're sort of. I can't actually get. Do you see my hand here? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going down, and it's off. It's still going. It's still going.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
going. It's hit the desk.
You're frozen. Uh, Look, this is what happens when you get two middle-aged men, beer, and cameras. No, that's a sex tape. Sorry.
Well,
Carry on.
I can stop the recording, Dave, and we'll just carry on gibbering and talking bullshit if you like. It's fine by me. My dad says, "Yay."
What? It's finished.
Thanks, Dad. Yeah.
Well, if we're going to carry on talking, I'm going to go get a beer and go for a wee wee, and I'll be back in a second.
Okay, I'm gonna have a chat, have a play, and see if I can't get this chat room to work.
All right, mate. Cheers.
Right. Let's have a look over here. Q&A showcase. Oops. Screen share. Chat. The only chat that I can do is I can only chat to Mark. I can't chat to you guys. I have stopped the recording as well, by the way. What's cameraman? I'm just pressing random buttons now. Show or hide participants in your broadcast with this button. Any guess? House guest join. Oh, whatever. Random. See. Done! What have you done, Dave? I have an hour till quitting time. I think if I stay online for an hour, my wife is going to kill me. Because I think she would like to see me at some point tonight. What's this do? So I haven't actually used any of this before, so it's quite bizarre. Oh, let's see how well this will work. Come on. I want the hat. The hat's not going to play nice, is it? Oh well. I was going to try and put a hat on. Some sort of viewer chat. There we go. There is some sort of viewer chat that GeoGear heads work. Not sure the exact feature. Right, I think that's not working, is it? So let's get rid of that. Remove all effects. Yeah, I think, I mean, this did come up as a bit of a surprise when Mark said, oh, we said, should we do this live? And yes, let's. So I'm kind of scared about it, and I don't really know what I'm doing. I know I've got the audio recorded through this device. It shows you that we've got 55 minutes, I think. Yeah, 55 minutes and 50 seconds. She's the bestest and wants you to play with your friends. Well, yeah, I mean,
Hello.
she did go shopping tonight instead of. He's back!
Who are you talking to?
You. No, I'm talking to Dave and anybody that cares to listen.
Oh,
Because we've
right.
got 3
Okay.
people in the chat room and 2 viewers.
Right, we've got a chat room, have we?
You've changed your t-shirt.
No, I've got my dressing gown on.
You put your dressing gown on. Oh, you're getting old man.
We're in the informal. Carl, we're in the informal part of the
Oh,
show.
if we're in the informal bit of the show.
Bit of nip. Hey up. Are we recording still? Is your
Hey
dad?
up.
Is your dad still on?
I don't know if we've still got 2 viewers, so it's either Daryl and Dave, or Dave and my dad. Dave's still around. According to that, I have pressed the record button again. First time jitters happens. This is a blast, though. Well, yeah, it is first time jitters, Dave. We'll tell you though, it's 8:30 at night over here now. It's quite dark, although it's quite warm. What does that button do? Capture.
Oh shit.
No, I went before we started broadcasting, mate.
Eh?
I can't believe it. What?
Went before you started broadcasting.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on.
We had jitters. Ooh,
Amy,
I can't remember
Amy's working late a little bit, so
how late is late.
she's just finished work, so she's about half hour away.
They are, Dave. We've got half hour. I didn't have a jitter.
I had a jitter when nothing had worked earlier, and I got that terrible feedback.
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh, I tell you.
I want
And
to change.
all I've got, Colin, is my mic plugged into the USB port. I've not even set up properly tonight, so I was wondering if it's that.
I don't know, but you did it all right last week or the week before, didn't you?
Yeah, I had the old rig set up though. Everything was set up.
I mean, it certainly sounds all right.
Yeah, I don't know. It should sound all right. It just that I don't know. Plugged it into the USB and I was having all sorts of issues.
Yeah. Sorry, I've just had a funny noise come out of the right-hand side, but it was this bloody thing resting on top of my phone. People, if you ever watch this broadcast, all right, do not use this as a cash container. It is for holding batteries. This isn't a good cash container either. I've seen these as cash containers.
I've seen one of them. Yeah, yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Ah.
Let me just get that TARDIS.
All right. Talk to you later, Dad. He's gone to get the TARDIS. It's a bit bouncy, isn't it? He's back.
It's like watching Twycross fucking Zoo. Right. There you go. Right. So little die-cast TARDIS. And you take it apart. So you can put your cash in either side. and
Yeah.
it's got a nice rubber. I don't know if you can see it on this camera. A nice rubber
Yeah, can
seal
actually.
round
Yeah,
there.
that's what it's doing.
Yeah.
So
So
as
you
long
got
as it's staying,
so you got a nice
as long as it's
deep.
staying vertical, you shouldn't have a problem with it.
Yes, you got a nice deep, wide container.
Yeah.
The seal's it's quite tight sealed, and it's got a place where you can put a tie wrap at the top. So that Daryl showed me that, and that cost about £7.
That's not bad. It's something different, isn't it, rather than the standard Tupperware. Um, the bear says, "What if the container is a fake battery?"
In a torch, yes.
Ooh, in a torch. I don't know. I'd get a bit of a shock if I held it. Sorry,
Oh
that was
dear.
bad.
Oh, excuse me.
Ba-dum-bum. Oh, do you want my
Taxi.
crap joke of the week? My
Go on
crap
then.
joke of the week. Fake battery with the log in a torch in the bottom of an ammo can full of swag. Angela Merkel.
Yeah.
She's at Athens Airport Customs Control or Immigration Control. Immigration officer says, "Nationality?" She says, "German."
Hmm.
And he says, "Occupation?" She says, "No, I'm just staying for a few days."
Uh, Colin, do you know this podcast we used to do together?
Do you know I'm not recording this?
I hope you recorded. I hope you recorded that waffle.
Oh no, hang on. Yeah, we've gone down to 0 viewers.
Oh dear, dear. God.
I
Oh.
promised Andy that on the hangout on Saturday I would behave.
And what happened?
We behaved.
Well, I've listened back. You behaved up to the point I arrived.
That was only about 20 minutes. Dave, I do know what a flashlight is, by the way. You don't
Yeah,
need to call it a torch for me.
he's not going to get his knob out and put a light on it.
I mentioned the war. Hang on,
Put that light out. I wasn't going to find my knob. Oh, wait a
Bear
minute.
tweeted she laughed, put away the magnifying glass, and asked for a microscope.
I'm having flashbacks to Saturday.
Innuendo in your endo. Oh, hang on, I am recording this. And breathe.
Oh, have you worked out how to play audio through this? Because we need to play the Diva Scott.
He was going native. The best that I can do, probably, if I turn the volume up on this,
Uh-huh.
all I'm going to do is hold the iPad up to the microphone. Where is it? Pull there. Because unfortunately, it's still sat on the recorder that's recording.
We want to drop, okay. How can you guys do this? The show is not the same without me. Those silences, you wouldn't have the same type of silence if it wasn't for me. I bring the silence to the thing. You guys can talk. I show you really what silence is. Have fun with your silence.
That would be because we decided that we were going to record without him tonight. And we wanted a Divas drop from him, and that was what we got in response.
He sounds like Mr. Mannering. He sounds like Norman Wisdom on speed.
Dave, what happened Saturday? We had the Geo Snippets Reboot podcast hangout.
Yeah, didn't we half?
Well, you might have done. I was sat up straight, mate.
I was in my book.
It was a great laugh. We had laid on his bed with nothing but a beard and a microphone. Who was there? There was you, me, Andy and Amy,
Chad,
Jamie, Chad,
and Eric.
Eric.
Salty CA.
That was about it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was about
Salty
5 or
CA.
6.
He's Canadian.
Yep.
So that was what happened on Saturday. We sat around and chatted pretty much like what we're doing now for an hour and a half.
And if Andy had a plan, we totally derailed it. It was brilliant.
It went out of the window as soon as Mark got online. Yeah, that was superb. I really did enjoy it. But
There was not very little. Well, actually, no geocaching talk. It was brilliant.
we
I had a
did
great
try and
time.
drag it on to caching, but as soon as one of us mentioned it, the other one dragged it off again.
Yep. Any innuendo, any rude
Bonkers.
joke, anything was fair game.
And isn't the first lady of geocaching podcast? Isn't her laugh wicked? I want to see if I can get a sample of it and use it as a sound bite. I think it's
Yeah.
superb.
When she gets going, yep.
But she's got a potty mouth as well, I hear.
Yes. I think.
Well, you whatever it was that you recorded and put out in the last show when you did.
Sorry. I had to reverse 2 of her words. I think
That's just
one was crap,
yeah.
and I can't remember what the other one was. But I didn't realise she swore twice. Well, not swearing, but when you're aiming the podcast.
On a family friendly.
Yeah, but we'd had a discussion before the show about words that don't translate well across the ocean, across the sea, and I don't think we mentioned that one.
One of the ones that's talking about that. One of the ones that always surprises me is the Americans' use of the phrase "pissed off" or "you're pissed."
Well, this is one.
To us, it's a swear word.
Yeah, this is one I brought up as an example.
Yeah.
And it's perfectly acceptable over there, isn't it?
I was watching, for whatever reason, please don't ask me why, I think I was channel hopping. I was watching that 70s show earlier.
Uh-huh.
And, you said, well, I'm pissed off. Well, why are you pissed off? I should be pissed off. In fact, I'm pissed off at you.
Yeah.
And, I thought, no, hang on a second, because that's 6:20 at night. When did that suddenly become acceptable language? I will admit that I was on Viva and nobody actually watches that channel, but...
Well, they also tend to miss the off, so I'm pissed. Whereas if we said I'm pissed over it,
Which to us means drunk.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you sort of have to put your translator on.
Yeah. Yes, Dave. As Mark says, crap is not child-friendly over here. I get told off for it. I don't know if you ever listen to the UK geocaching podcast. I do use that word occasionally, and I get told off every single time. And I have to beep it, because otherwise he just goes mental at me.
Yeah.
No, that's crap. What are you talking about? You can't say that. All right, I'll beep it. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Shit is a swear word. The F word is a swear word.
Yeah.
The unmentionable we don't mention. But crap, piss, bloody,
Bloody, I don't see as a swear word.
Mm-mm.
I don't think that one. That to me is, it's lost its meaning. Yeah, as a swear word. It's an exclamation of something. It's not a swear word. I don't think anyway.
Now that's interesting. The best is,
Cock's okay.
depending on context. If you listen to James May when he says it, it's like instead of "oh bugger."
Yeah.
It's,
Cock. Yeah, cock's okay.
Yeah.
But when you think about the word bugger, oh bugger, that's quite a offensive.
It's quite a
word.
rude little word. Yeah. Pissed means drunk or mad, depending on context. Yes, yes, Dave, it is crap.
Yeah.
Pissed means drunk or mad, depending on the context. So they mean the same. It's amazing. Same language, two totally different ways of saying things.
The word wanker doesn't have any meaning over there, like it does over here.
Unmentionable. Yes, the unmentionable, and I do not mention it. I do not like it. Mark used it once in a between recordings.
I actually used it on the recording. You managed to. I don't know how you edited that one out.
It was hard work.
Yeah.
Well, as there's only you, me, and Mark, it's the C word, Dave.
See you next Tuesday.
That's the one.
Britney Spears made a song about it. There you go. Or did she? Yes, she did. I love a bit of Britney. Whoa. I'm going to get married in a Britney-style wedding in Vegas.
Why?
Why not? Everyone does Elvis. I want to do Britney.
Well, I want to do Britney as well,
That
but I
didn't,
don't want to get married to her.
that didn't come out right. That's not what I meant.
It's what you said.
I know it's what I said, but it wasn't the meaning I meant. I want to shave my head and wear a white shell suit, not actually do Brit. Well, okay. Pants means trousers.
Yeah, not underwear.
Yeah.
Which that one I do understand, but does wanker have meaning in Canada?
Well, when talking about Americans, probably.
Well, yeah. But then the Americans say the same thing about the Canadians, so. And they all say it about us, we're all wankers.
That's in it because they're pissed off.
Dave's figured out the unmentionable.
Fast for a Canadian.
Just... Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was trying to think back. I have listened to it again, but was there really a country we didn't insult on Saturday? We did the Scots, the Welsh, North and South England, America, Mexico, Canada. I think we even did Australia at one point by comparing them to Essex.
We didn't we didn't insult the Irish.
No, we
only because
did.
Jamie's got guns.
No, we did because I used that nailed it joke, which didn't go down too well.
Yeah. And I've insulted the Germans tonight. We didn't insult the French?
I think I know we probably didn't. We need to do that next time we're on the hangout.
Okay.
I missed the Joe Gearheads. I missed the Joe Gearheads hangout just before.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of harsh. How long have we been going? An hour and 11 minutes and 48 seconds.
Are you busy? You going anywhere? I mean, this is the first time I've done.
Well, I was thinking about the word that Dave displays prominently in the chat room. I'm glad this is an over 18s only.
Yeah. Cheers, Dave.
You just write wanker in our chat room. I don't have a problem with that.
Fucking Canadians. Hey?
So he had to move to America. Even the Canadians didn't want him.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's so American. Canada. Canada.
Canada.
Canada kicked him out.
French are too easy. He says, I'm not sure I want to know about that, Dave.
Yeah, my son went to France. I hope they weren't. He was only 14. I'll ask him.
What, are the French easy?
No wonder he's got a knowing smile.
And a Mrs. in America that he doesn't even know about.
Oh no, this is the other son. This is
right.
Josh.
Okay.
Yes. The one that isn't like me. Poor child.
That's no bad thing.
That was my biggest revenge on the ex-wife. Leaving Sam behind.
What's that? Josh and Sam, yeah.
No, not Josh. Sam. We did a little funny. Well, I laughed. What's he put?
Me grabs his gun. Yeah, that's the problem with insulting the Canadians and the Americans, isn't it? They got guns.
Well, this is what I was going to talk about, right? So we've carried on with this thing about
I've frozen.
Invading Montana, right, on the show last weekend.
Yes.
And Land Monkey had sent some audio in, and I suggested that maybe he needs to take cyanide now because he's been found out. And then I played a Churchill speech. We came out of the Churchill speech, and Sam says, "Well, that's how we're going to win the war." I said, "How?" He says, "We're going to torture them to death."
Excellent.
he
Excellent.
just came out with it, no warning, no prompting, nothing. He'd not even heard what I was going to do on the show. He just went, "Yeah, we'll talk them to death. That'll do it."
I was watching Family Guy last night,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the episode where Stewie meets Gillian for the first time and goes into the flat, and where Brian says, "Shotgun." Oh, Jesus Christ! Mark, that is awful.
What?
Shotgun wedding. Seriously?
Why?
Just because he's going to get his guns.
Well,
Yeah, Gillian saying, "Oh, I was hearing this piece on the news earlier about this guy called Adolf Hitler. Somebody should really do something about him."
oh, right, Simpsons. Well, I watched a really random episode of Simpsons at the weekend. Simpsons meets Family Guy. So you had Homer.
I haven't seen that.
What's the dad's name in Family Guy?
Peter. Was that a Simpsons episode or was that a Family Guy episode?
I don't know.
I think it was a Family Guy episode.
Possibly, but they were having a fight at one point. But it made me think there comes a point in every man's life when they realise they're no longer Bart, they're Homer.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Bart isn't the cool one. Homer is.
Actually, if you want to go that far, Chris Griffin's the cool one.
Chris Griffin, which one's he?
He's
Is he the
Family
son?
Guy.
The son in Family Guy.
The older son. Yeah.
The blonde one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is he the...
Because he is. He's just not Bart, because Bart really gets up my nose. I tell you, I since Family Guy, when Family Guy first started, I hated it. I thought it was naff. I thought it was awful.
Uh-huh.
But for some reason, one night we sat down and watched it, and I was obviously in the right mood
And it caught
because
you.
it was absolutely brilliant. And this, I'm going to see if I can play it. Hopefully, it won't come up. You can't see this. Not that way.
What?
Wait for it. It's Peter Griffin and Michael Moore farting.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
for some reason they're doing dueling banjos. It just makes me giggle every time I've got to find out.
Josh has been doing a Family Guy catch-up, so every now and again I walk through the living room and see something and I stand there watching, mesmerised by it. And you can't help
Excellent.
it. You can't help but stand there and watch and think, how are they getting away with this?
Yeah,
Brilliant.
there's so much. There's so much. Like this, for example. Hopefully we won't get an advert planted on the front of it because that really pisses me off.
Brian, can I see that paper for a sec? Huh. That's odd. I thought that would be big news.
You thought what would be big news?
Well, there seems to be an absence of a certain ornithological piece. A headline regarding mass awareness of a certain avian variety.
What are you talking about?
Oh, have you not heard? It was my understanding that everyone had heard.
Heard what? Brian, don't!
Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. A bird, a bird, bird, bird. A bird, a bird.
Yeah. It's completely ridiculous, but it makes me laugh so much. Absolutely so much.
Brilliant.
And since since Family Guy came on, especially when they did the Star Wars specials, since Family Guy came on, I just cannot stand watching The Simpsons.
I haven't watched The Simpsons for years.
Well, they're on something like season 25 or so.
I
Do you know
don't-
what, Mark? We have gone into 25 minutes of talking bollocks.
There you go. There's a podcast there.
Are you recording?
No, I'm not, unfortunately. Send me the audio over.
De Bear says Michael Moore farting is the best thing Moore has ever said.
That my chat screen keeps going blank for some reason.
Yeah, I think it's doing a crappy refresh thing. I'm going to try and replace it with something a lot more. See if there's a WordPress
Yeah.
plugin that will do the job properly.
Yeah.
Yes, talking bollocks.
I've got a.
Actually, you know what we should do is we should be recording at 3 o'clock in the morning and get De Bear involved.
Yes, we should. You have fun with that. I'll
Mate, 10 o'clock is my bedtime. I'm dead, mate, at 10.
I'll pre-record my bit. It'll be standard stuff, abusing people, getting drunk,
And I'll
then
just respond to it every week.
you just record round it at 3 o'clock.
You should do a Chasing Smilies episode in the style of Family Guy, and Dave will be the wheelchair guy. Mark would be Quagmire or Cleveland.
Cleveland's the black guy. Which one's Quagmire? The questionable sexuality one.
That's because I keep getting the same word. Not questionable sexuality. No, Quagmire is the one that's into sex and everything's about sex.
That's me then. Sorted.
Yep. No problem. Yeah. Well.
Oh.
Yes, says Dave. Oh,
He's up for that, is he?
He's up for that.
Uh-huh.
Well, look, as your better half is home.
Yep.
Heck, do it now or grab a conference room next time. Meaning this time of the day. As your better half is home, and I really ought to get off of this live broadcast and see what the hell happens.
We've got 8 hours.
We shall. No, we've got 7 hours and 20-something minutes.
Oh, I can go all night. Well, at least until the beer runs out.
Well, I could, but you know I've got old now. No, seriously, Mark, it is time to end this for the moment. I want to hear Sam say giggity giggity.
I'll try and remember that for when I see him next. I haven't got a clue what that's about.
You haven't got a clue what it's about?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
10 o'clock every night, BBC Three.
Right.
10 o'clock, 11 o'clock every night, something like that. Watch some Family Guy.
Right, I will.
We
Sam
normally
will
go to
know
bed
it.
and we watch it when we're in bed.
Sam will know because he watches it. One sec.
Yeah.
Hey, your bathroom. Just saying. Thumbs up. I think she's pissed off with me. Say hello to Colin. Come over here. Come here. Come here. Come here. No. Women. Anyway, okay.
I'm not entering into that conversation.
So, yeah, I need to watch Family Guy.
Yeah, you need to watch Family Guy. And once you've watched Family Guy, we need to get you, me, Paul, and Dave on as the awesome foursome from Family Guy. We need to stop this, Mark, so that you can go and be with your lovely lady, and I can go and be with my lovely lady, and Dave can get on with some work.
Sorry?
Why? What you done?
Oh no, it all froze. This is how shit our network is. Amy comes in, her phone connects to the internet, and mine,
Yeah.
this dies. It's crap.
That's why you need that network cable.
Yeah. Yeah. When I finally get the adapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to call it there, Mark.
Okay, mate.
We'll catch up with you very, very soon. Dave, thanks ever so much for watching. And hopefully this will be out as a reasonable pod time tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, once you've edited.
Edited a lot, yeah, absolutely. Lovely.
All right, cheers. Good night.
Talk to you soon, guys. Take care. Bye bye.